Force out.
Yep, Sonny Definition picked up an out-of-play penalty. And as you mentioned, Puns, you got to keep the pack together. You can't get any farther than 20 feet or bridging by 10. And that was definitely out of play.
All right, after that 8-point jam, we have a lead change.
Storm City coming out strong. They're right now up by 4. And it does look like an even pack as both teams have a blocker in the penalty box to get things started.
All right. Your jammer's in the white. Lucky Punk in the black. Spring roll. Lucky Punk moving to the front of the pack. Only 2 blockers up there. Gets separation. There's your lead jammer.
Spring roll finally out of the pack, but got a good half a lap still to catch up. That's a mighty fast pack, by the way. Everybody's moving real fast with great offense being played.
And there's the call off. 1 point in the air. Two-town cider, damn fine cider, made here in the Pacific Northwest. All right, next up we have Sci-Fi Curious in the black, Machete in the white.
Sci-Fi Curious tries to take the outside, ends up getting stuck on the end.
And Machete stabs through the pack. Here's your lead jammer.
Definitely a short pack right now for Storm. Ooh, Slolo getting a big hit. Jammer hits the ground, calls it off. 1 point being picked up by Storm City on that. They're sitting on a lead. Right now they're scoring 10 to the Wreckers 4.
Union Wine Company with Underwood Wines. Delicious wine in a convenient can. Grab one at a store near you.
Have you ever had a wine in a can before?
I have not, but my wife loves this.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be weird. It's actually not. It's delicious. Crimson Wave and Leslie Crusher, those are your jammers down on the track. We've got a pile up in between the pivot line and jam line.
And Leslie Crusher gets around her own blocker, his lead jammer.
And looks like Chevy picking up a penalty, low block being called. That's going to put her in the penalty box. Spend a little bit of Bud Light time down there.
Yeah. But it's early in the game. Chevy can afford to spend some time there.
Crimson Wave out of the pack finally.
And we have a track cut penalty on Leslie Crusher. This is a power jam for the Wreckers. And this jam will go the full 2 minutes.
Oh, and with that, out-of-play penalty being called, and that is going to put another blocker down for Storm City. I believe that was MC Slammer.
That is correct. Your belief is right.
Crimson Wave trying to fight through that pack. Gave him a little bit of space. Gets knocked out of bounds with a really nice hit coming from Storm City.
And Leslie Crusher out of the penalty box, pushes through the pack, grabs 4 points.
Oh, one player left to beat. That's Micro Bruiser. Micro Bruiser dropping Crimson Wave, but picks up an out-of-play penalty.
Leslie Crusher coming in, gets some offensive help. Storm City setting up their defense. Wreckers doing some offense now.
Nice hit out on using a powerful move in turn 4. 3 more points picked up by both of these jammers. I think that's a pretty evenly matched jam for both of these teams.
11-11, I would say that is a very evenly matched jam.
Like to thank Tonkin, largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest. Only a click away at tonkin.com.
All right, we got Trinity up against the Witch Slap. That is a micro pack. Trinity takes advantage.
Wow, Witch Slap with a great move at the top of the apex, eking by the blocker from, that was Zunot.
And Trinity picks 3, calls the jam.
That's the way to do it. Pick up those points quick and easy and call it off. Lucky Punk down there for the Storm City will be facing off against Spring Roll.
And we'd like to thank sponsors Portland Mercury and Kay's Bar. All right, there we go. Spring Roll quickly threw on the inside, grabs lead jammer.
Multiplayer blocks being called. Yep, there you go. I don't think Stephanie realized she had a penalty. Maytag getting an out of play penalty. Thought she was close enough, but no such luck.
4-2 pack advantage right now for Storm. Spring Roll, though.
They're going to go ahead and run this time. Right now they're trading points, so Spring Roll doing a fantastic job, but so is Lucky Punk. Lucky Punk comes in there and just glides off those blockers.
Spring Roll trips on her own blocker. There's the call off.
Another evenly matched, evenly scored jam. Both jammers picking up 14 points, and we are a 9-point difference in this game so far.
Hey, we'd like to thank Underwood Wine, delicious wine in a convenient can. How about that wine in a can? Grab one today down at the concessions.
All right, next up, Machete in the white, Sci-Fi Curious in the black. Sci-Fi Curious moving to the front of the pack, getting some offensive help from Colonel.
Machete down there getting absolutely stifled by the blockers, and as I say that, pops out, makes it through the apex. Somehow Machete came out on top. That was a beautiful move.
And Sci-Fi Curious, though, coming around. Pack speeds up. And there's the call off. Woo.
Well, yeah, that was a heavy-duty foot race to the back of the pack, and when the blocker gets dropped like that, easy points are being made. They have to call it off.
Ninkasi is Rose City's new craft beer partner. Be sure to grab some at a store near you.
I had some of that Ninkasi last night. Found a new cool pinball place in Tigard, and that's what they served, and I could not be happier.
Nice.
Nice.
Crimson Wave and Leslie Crusher, those are your jammers down on the track.
And on ahead of the box on a back block. Leslie Crusher taking advantage. Grabs lead jammer.
Crimson Wave still stuck in turn one. Blockers abusing them out there on the outside line.
Wreckers defense setting up at the front of the pack. They have slowed Leslie Crusher's momentum.
Crimson Wave whipping off that cap. Gives them something different to look at.
And there's the call off after scoring 3 for Leslie Crusher.
Interesting call off. I mean, the jammer was still in the pack and had not made the initial pass, but sometimes it's good to pick up those points, call it off, get a new fresh jammer out there.
Hey, we'd like to give a big shout out to all the volunteers tonight for helping us put on this bout. Be sure to give everybody a big high five in those yellow shirts. And come on out and volunteer with Rose City.
And next up, we got Witch Slap and Trinity. Trinity tiptoes on the outside edge, grabs lead jammer.
Wow, that was a great move by Trinity. Witch Slap doing something similar, but the Storm City blockers doing a great job keeping pace and holding Witch Slap in.
Pack bridging. And track cut call on Witch Slap.
That was a great move by the blocker to get the hips behind Witch Slap as they were stepping in. That forced that penalty.
All right, 4 in the air for Trinity, coming around another scoring pass. There's the force out and recycle by Colonel.
Yeah, that was a great move. I don't think Trinity actually went out, but was safe.
Anna closing that inside line. There's the call off. 4 points up. Jammer standing. This will be a power start for Storm.
Yeah, it looks like there's a few seconds left on Witch Slap's time. Smart call off. Hopefully they can capitalize it with some quick offense.
Moving to Portland? Let Deb at welcometopdx.com help you find your next home. That's Deb Counts Tabor.
All right, Lucky Punk starting as the only jammer. Lucky Punk pushing the front of the pack.
That was a great job by Rose City to recycle and stay in front of that jammer. Chevelle with a huge hit out, but stepped out of bounds, and that gave Witch Slap an open opportunity to get back in.
And Witch Slap back to the penalty box. Dragged his skate outside. Duncan called that track cut. And we have a star pass.
Yeah, we got a star pass with no lead jammer. Chevelle is going to have the benefit of skating this whole jam with that star now.
Wow. Huge offensive block by Blade. Credit those 4 points to the blocking.
Well, you pass that cap, you got to do something like that. Multiplayer block, that's going to be called out there on the track. And can't see from where. Dirty Out and Rotten, I believe, is who got that.
And Witch Slap through on the initial.
Direction of play penalty being called on Micro Bruiser.
And both jammers now in the pack, eligible to score. Big force out by Blade.
Stephanie making use of her time out there. That is a penalty being called. That's going to put another blocker down for Rose City.
And we have a timeout being called by Storm City.
Storm City doing really well here the last few jams. They just put 8 up in that last one. They're sitting on 57 points to Rose City's 32. And we still got half of this first half to go.
Hey fans, if you're out drinking a Rose City sponsored beverage or grabbing some grub, show our sponsor some love on social media and tag your photos with RCR sponsor. You'll be entered to win a pair of VIP tickets to one of our upcoming bouts.
And while we got some time, it's a good time to mention we have raffle tickets for sale.
Oh, and that raffle basket is full of all kinds of goodies. Over $400 value. A growler of Raspberry Lionheart Kombucha. 4 We Are Baked cookies. Handmade fanny packs, so much more. Be sure to check it out. Get your tickets now.
Also want to remind you that if you have both sides of your tickets, you might want to get them to one of the raffle folks because you can't win if you have both sides.
And we come back from that team timeout to an official timeout. A very brief one. All right, we are back.
Oh, that brief official timeout is brought to you by Trailhead Credit Union. Quickly.
All right. Sci-Fi Curious in the black, Machete in the white.
Both Jammers trying to take that inside line. Depleted pack, though, for Storm. Sci-Fi Curious trying to force past the pivot and gets knocked out of bounds.
And cut track on Sci-Fi Curious.
Even though you're skating backwards, you can't enter in front of the opposing blocker that knocked you out.
And that is Lee Jammer, Storm City.
Micro Bruiser picking up a cut track. That's going to put another blocker down for Storm City.
4-2 pack advantage right now for Rose.
This jam comes to an end. Trying to call it off, leaving the jammer in the box, but took a little bit too much time, and that jammer was released.
Helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life. That's WSL Leadership Coaching.
All right, next up, Spring Roll and Leslie Crusher.
Nice move. You know, you want to attribute that to the offense that was played down there on the line, but really getting that lead jam was vital right now in this part of the game.
Oh, Spring Roll. Beautiful move. Picks up 4, calls the jam. And we have a palindrome score.
Wow.
Awesome. 808. Food so good, it's straight. Broke the mouth. 2 locations. Burnside and Woodstock.
All right. Witch Slap and Trinity are your jammers for Jam 15.
Nice hit out on Trinity, both sides. Tried the in, then tried the out. Oh, and Trinity gets past.
1 to beat Trinity.
Trinity did such a fantastic job. They tried to recycle. They put bodies all over the place to try and make sure that she couldn't get out of the pack, and still, Trinity got lead jam.
And we have a star pass. That is Diana Hitcha. And there's the call off.
We'd like to shout out to Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company and proud sponsor of Rose City Rollers.
All right, next up,
Crimson Wave going up against Lucky Punk out there. Lucky Punk coming up the outside line becomes your lead jammer with the quickness.
And Crimson Wave 1 to beat. Tiptoes along that outside edge. And speaking of tiptoeing, Lucky Punk is feeling it, grabs 4.
The friendly people over at Echo Construction love custom home building, remodels, and of course, roller derby.
All right. Machete, Sci-Fi Curious.
Oh, Machete had an open view. Ends up taking a dive, but still gets out first as she runs up the outside line. Rose City trying to take the front. They were looking like they were going to throw offense at that wall, but smart call off as it was going to be a photo finish when everybody hit the pack.
And team timeout, Rose City.
Hey, we'd like to take this moment to remind everyone, tomorrow night right here at the hangar, Axles of Annihilation will be playing Jet City Bombers. It's the last chance to see the Rose City Rollers All-Stars take the track in Portland this year. Be sure to join us tomorrow night right here at the hangar.
So far, this has been a pretty mellow game in a way of penalties. Nobody really sitting on too many. We've got a few folks on 2. And one player out there has ended up with 3.
And still a bunch with 0. All right, we are back from that timeout. And we will see Spring Roll and Leslie Crusher as your jammers. Pack moving around. There's the whistle. Spring Roll pushes to the front of the pack. 2 to beat.
Spring Roll with 1 player left to beat, makes it out, is not your lead jammer. There was a little bit of crawling involved, and I believe she passed blockers on the ground.
But still eligible to score, picks up 4. And we have a star pass to Sunny Demolition.
Yeah, this is going the full 2 minutes. Nobody is now eligible for lead jammer.
And track cut on Spring Roll. It's now a power jam for Sunny Demolition and Storm City.
And that was a cut track. There was a great eye by the ref to see that cut, as that blocker was kind of hidden behind another blocking in the part of the wall.
Anna with the force out. There's the recycle. And Spring Roll out of the penalty box, up to the front of the pack. 1 to beat MC Slammer. Hold defense there. No pack and an out-of-play call on MC Slammer.
Yeah, there's a lot of action happening down on the track, both sides. This jam finally comes to an end. Rose City Wreckers benefiting. They get 12 points out of that jam. Storm City only picking up 3.
I know.
Even pack out there. Both packs only, or see, both teams only have 3 blockers on the track. Witch slap out there for the Rose City Wreckers, and Trinity out there for Storm.
Both jammers digging into 3 walls. Those triangles are not giving any space.
Oh, Slola with a nice pull back. Excellent fake out. Trinity makes it through. Not sure if that was the best time to go 2-on-1, but it worked.
And Witch Slap pushes to the front, 1 to beat. Trinity blasting through, grabs 4. And there's the call off.
That was a good time for a call off. Right now, Storm City looking to be up by 30. And we got just under 6 minutes left in this game.
Visit Portland's best brunch spot and new Rose City sponsor, The Jam on Hawthorne.
All
Looks
right.
like the Bud Light penalty box is completely clear. We've got 4-on-4 the way it was intended to be played. Lucky Punk out there for Storm City.
And Crimson Wave grabs lead jammer.
Lucky Punk having a hard time get through. Direction to play penalty that will be called on a blocker from Storm City.
And there's the call off after 3 points.
Bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland, it's Laurelhurst Theater and Pub.
That's a nice little theater. I like Laurelhurst. Next up, Machete, Sci-Fi Curious are your jammers. 4-3 pack advantage for the Wreckers.
Nice little hit out. Although Machete is lead jam, did get knocked out at the very last second. Now to go back and start again. But that didn't seem to be a problem as Machete's now out of the pack and on her initial pass.
Forearm call on Sci-Fi Curious. This is now a power jam for Storm City.
Oh, nice. Wow. That was a great little hop, skip, and a jump over the inside line and turn 1. 4 easy points for Machete.
Well, those weren't easy points. Machete took a hit coming across that apex and still managed to stick the landing, which is really impressive.
Two more points being picked up at the end of that. It's going to bring their total to 6. And Storm City is going to be up now to 84 points. Storm City is going to start in a power jam, and they're going to have a slight pack advantage to get this next jam started.
And there goes Leslie Crusher. Leslie Crusher waits for the offense, and it comes.
Nice little wall being set up by Rose City.
Great defense by Rose City to delay that as long as possible.
Yeah, jump cut picking up a multiplayer block. Four quick points coming out of it from Storm City. We're going to have an official review down on the track for Rose. So we will find out shortly what they want to talk about.
Just a reminder, during this official review, this is a great time to buy some raffle tickets. Got over $400 worth of good stuff in that raffle basket. $1 gets you 1 ticket, $5 gets you 10, $20 gets you your height or the height of a tall friend.
We got about 2.5 minutes to halftime, but don't go too far because we will be having a fun halftime game. I hear we're going to have some trike races down there, and that's always a blast down here on the track. You also are going to want to stick around because we will be drawing that. Now we're going to throw it down to the track. And Extra Crispy, what do you got for us?
Rose City is requesting a forearm call on Storm City Jammer 6'9".
All right, the refs are all going to get together and chat it out, and we will find out shortly what they decide.
Hey, fans, I understand we have a birthday in the house. Where is Emmerich? It's happy birthday, Emmerich. Thank you for joining us out here and spending your birthday with Rose City. There's Emmerich. Happy birthday.
All right, happy birthday, Everett. And as it was, so it looks like the Wreckers did not get that, and we will continue on with the game.
And as we're coming back, we will see Witch Slap and Trinity as your jammers. 4-3 pack advantage to Storm City right now.
Trinity's having a great half out here, really taking advantage of the Storm City blocking that they're doing to get the offense, and there she is right there. Trinity's your lead jammer once again.
Witch Slap has pulled the cap. Trinity into the pack, forced out and recycled.
Wow, doesn't give him any time to get back together. Trinity makes short work of that blocker wall from Rose City.
And Trinity in for a scoring pass. There's the call off. Is it in time?
No, it is not. 3 points being picked up by Rose City as Witch Slap snuck in there. Little dip, picked up them points. Well, we got a score of 93-54. Storm City having a great half. They are really came out strong. And Wreckers so far have not had an answer. Spring Roll down there is your jammer for Rose City. Lucky Punks out there for Storm.
And Spring Roll is your lead jammer. Lucky Punk getting buried in that 3-wall.
Both teams right now losing a blocker. Looks like last with a cut track. Lucky Punk finally out of the pack.
And there's the call off.
We got about 45 seconds left in this jam, or in this half.
Hey, quick shout out to Shebop and Myopic Optometry. Thank you so much.
Sci-Fi Curious and Machete are your jammers.
Sci-Fi Curious comes in strong. Looks like a pile up right as you got to the pivot line.
And Machete powers through. Sci-Fi Curious not far behind. I feel like we've seen this happen a few times.
Ooh, Slolo getting taken out by Micro Bruiser.
And there's the call off. Is it in time? 3 points in the air for Sci-Fi Curious. 2 for Machete. That'll bring you score 95 Storm City, 61 Rose City at the intermission. We will pass all the excitement off to the King. Your 3-ring maestro for the halftime.
One check. There we go. All right, folks, we're going to have one of our favorite games here. We're going to do the trike races. So we're going to get our tricyclists all set up. How this works, whoever can get around the track and finish first is our winner. And then we will have the 3 winners all take each other on in the final heat. Now, I got to get you guys all set up. So hold on. All right, now I need my crowd to all get excited about this. These are the Rose City Rollers trike races, y'all. All right, are my trikists ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, I ain't gonna make you wait no more. On your marks, get set, go. Holy smokes, look at that guy go. It must be the backwards hat. Come on, you got him. Wow. I can't even keep up with him. I gotta start running. Come on, man, I'm too fat to run. What are you doing? And we've got our first winner. Give him a big round of applause. All right. All right, you're our winner with our purple ring. There you go. All right. Wait. Come back a little bit more. Give him a little bit more in the center. There you go. Come on back just a little bit. Right there. There we go. There you go. You scoot up a little bit. Go on the line. All right, we got our next 3 tricyclists. Are you guys excited yet? Are you guys ready? All right, on your marks, get set, go! Wow, it's almost like the pink tricycle is on fire! Woo! Give them a big round of applause! All right, I need my winner. Come on over here. Stay with the winner group. Oh, wow. Wow. Bonnie Thunders and OMG out here. Okay. I feel sorry for you. Come on back. There you go. Come on. OMG stayed right there. All right. We got you guys all paced out. Are you guys ready for the final and deciding heat that will give us our championship series? Are you ready? Are you guys ready? On your marks, get set, go! Yeah! Never seen that before. Bonnie Thunder's coming through turn 3. Can anyone catch her? All right. Yep, I need my, oh, there we go. All right, in the middle, right here. All right. It's the winter series. This one comes down. They get all the enchiladas. Are you guys excited? All right, who do you think's going to win? What about right here? What about right here? Bonnie? All right. Y'all got everybody cheering for you. Are you set? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Ooh, it's neck and neck as we get into the top of the apex. Pink Bicycle is looking back in terror. Bonnie Thunders is coming up fast. She is not having any part of it. Wow! What competition! What absolute craziness! Thank you guys so much for coming down here and partying with us tonight. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy your entertainment. Get a beer, get something to eat. We're going to be drawing the raffle here in just a few short minutes. I want to do one last reminder before I draw the raffle. If you got raffle tickets and you got both sides of your ticket, you need to go get it to the folks that do the raffle because you can't win because both your tickets are right there. So if you got both your tickets, you need to make a quick exit and run over there and get your raffle tickets to the folks in the that do the raffle. All right, we're gonna draw in about 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Oh, there we go. All right, guys, we are going to do the raffle. So if you bought tickets, it is now time to be here because you got to be present to win this raffle basket. So I'm going to let you know while we're getting everybody ready what's in this basket. What we got is a growler of Raspberry Lionheart Kombucha, 4 of We Are Baked cookies. They're huge and awesome. Handmade fanny pack, wooden skate gear rack, electronic cocktail scale, Jet Pilot cocktail mixers, Pips mugs valued at $25 value gift certificate and stickers, 4 Bleeding Heart kettlebell classes, 2 pairs of socks from Me Knee Socks, 12 ounces of long bottom coffee, a Volkswagen coffee mug, $20 of tokens at Moreland's Farmers Market, and Wrecker's Loose Fit tank top. This is all going to be valued at over $400. So who is excited to win this? Give me some action. All right, why don't we give this thing a big old spin? All right. All right, I got my lucky ticket right here. My glasses. All right. Now I can actually see. The lucky number is 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 6. Once again, that was 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 6. I heard a woo, so I think we got our winner. Excuse me. Come on down. All right. I'm taking a look at these tickets, and I think I've got a match. We've got our lucky winner. Give him a big round of applause. We got about a minute and a half before this game gets back on. So if you don't have a beer in your nachos, it's now time to do it, and we're going to see you here in just about a minute and a half.
All right, we are back. Teams taking the track. Jammer Dance Party. That is Spring Roll and Leslie Crusher busting a move. Big shout out to Daniel Slay Lewis spinning the tunes for us tonight.
Oh.
And speaking of spinning, there goes Spring Roll.
Well, that's the way you get things started if you want to get back in this game.
Anna off on a direction to play penalty.
No pack is called. Spring Roll has to get let go, and that's 4 points put on the board for the Wreckers.
Oh!
Wow, Spring Roll face down, calls off that jam, and gets her 4 points.
That's the way you do it.
Burgers, beer, and bottomless fries. Killer Burger.
Or as I like to think of it, dinner tomorrow night. All right, we got Trinity and Sci-Fi Curious.
Ooh, Sci-Fi Curious comes out the other side of that pack right through the middle, and that's your lead jammer.
Trinity was working that inside line, met the shoulder of Diana Hitcha, and once again, Diana Hitcha forces the recycle. Trinity back in.
Trinity gets through, cap in hand. They tried to catch her on that inside line, but Trinity very wily out there on their skates.
And Sci-Fi Curious grabs 4, calls that jam.
12 quick points by Rose City to get this game in the second half started.
Our Jammer line this evening is being brought to you by Tonkin.com. The largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
Crimson Wave and Lucky Punk, those are your jammers out there in this jam.
Four blockers at the front. Neither jammer really having much success here. Pack slowly moving forward.
Nice offense comes in. Great job by the Wreckers to recycle, but Crimson Wave muscles their way right to the front and is your lead jammer.
That's Lucky Punk.
Thank you.
Lucky Punk coming in on a scoring pass. Lucky Punk one to beat. Lucky Punk through for the full 4.
That was a big hit. MC Slamma just shrugged it off. Kept right on going.
Sunny Demolition anchoring that tripod.
Nice hit out on the outside. Wreckers doing a great job holding that jammer in this time.
Pack extending. MC Slammer, Sunny Demolition holding back the Crimson Wave.
3 more points put on the board for Storm. That's going to get, they're going to break the century mark with that, bringing them up to 102. Wreckers at 73.
And next up, we will see Machete and Spring Roll. Bud Light penalty box is empty. 5-on-5 roller derby right now. And Machete. Oh, forearm penalty. Power jam.
Oh, nice work. Micro Bruiser, last line of defense. Taking out Spring Roll, but Micro Bruiser hit the ground, and Spring Roll's your lead jammer.
Great job by Rose City, opening up huge holes in the Storm City defense.
You know, that was a great move by Spring Roll, literally taking the momentum from that hit and orbiting the blocker to get out.
And Machete back on the track. And there's the call off. 8 points for Rose City, 81-102 now.
Like to give a shout out to Oaks Amusement Park, home of the Rose City Rollers, right here, and the place to purchase all your derby gear. You know you're going to want to go by right after you get done watching this awesome roller derby.
Leslie Crusher down there on the track, going up against Sci-Fi Curious.
This is a great song for a jammer matchup between Sci-Fi Curious and Leslie Crusher.
Yeah.
Both packs right doing a great job holding their jammers in. Sci-Fi Curious, was doing so great and got knocked out on the inside, but they were not fast enough to recycle. Just keep moving. That's all you got to do.
And Sci-Fi Curious.
Determination is what that is.
A great credit to that Storm City defense to hold all the way around there.
Leslie Crusher is now out of the pack. Calls this jam off, but not after picking up 3 more points. I don't know what they said at halftime, but Rose City Wreckers have definitely come out with a whole different game plan. It is now an 18-point game separating these two teams. And, I mean, we've had a lot of points separating these two teams here in the first half. And so they are definitely playing a different, more invigorated game than what they were.
Yes, definitely.
A good halftime speech. Coach talking to him about spending time in that Bud Light penalty box. Be sure to get yourself a Bud Light. Grab one at the bar.
Dilly dilly.
Is that still a thing?
I sure hope not.
I think Budweiser
I didn't
tried
say
to make
that.
that
Wait,
a
wait,
thing,
I
and
didn't
it
say
didn't
that.
happen.
I didn't say that out loud.
I'm not saying it.
Dilly Dilly should never have been a thing.
No, I don't think it was.
No.
It's all good. Moving right along. We could talk about Two Town Cider. That's damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes,
Two Town
indeed.
Cider.
Well, if this is not enough Derby action for you, we got another game tomorrow night. Axles of Annihilation taking on Jet City. It's going to be an exciting bout.
That'll be some more great roller derby for the weekend.
Well, this has certainly been an exciting bout so far. And we've got Witch Slap and Trinity. 4-3 pack advantage for the Wreckers right now.
Ooh, Slolo coming in like a wrecking ball. Trinity found the open lane on the inside, stepped around, and Trinity is your lead jammer.
Witch Slap gets some offensive help. 1 to beat now. Now 3 to beat.
Great work to get out of that pack. Trinity picks up her 4, calls that jam off.
Have you tried the Secret Aardvark? The local made flavor that kicks you right in the mouth. That's Secret Aardvark.
That's a good sauce right there.
Oh, their sauce
Yeah,
is
it
I'm
is.
epic.
telling you.
Love them.
If you have not had Secret Aardvark, everybody should go get some right now. Well, after the game.
Tell them King sent you.
And next up, Spring Roll and Lucky Punk. No pack call. Spring Roll.
There was a forearm call. Oh, that's going to be on. I'm not sure who that is on. I believe it was jump cut. It is jump cut. Oh, and Stephanie also picking up a penalty. That's going to put 2 blockers down right now for Rose City.
Brat playing some great defense, though. Slowed up Lucky Punk for a good long time. Oh, Brat heading to the box. And Spring Roll played some jammer defense and picked up a penalty for it.
Yeah, low block penalty. That was interesting. Actually, I thought I saw something else, but looks like it's a power jam now. Bit of any storm. Maytag picking up a forearm penalty. MC Slammer knocking folks around. Wow, Storm City, I think, heard my little spiel about how well Rose came out and did, and they are not happy about it.
No. It's all your fault, King.
I'm sure it is. It normally is.
Lucky Punk trying to call it off, but Lucky Punk is not the lead jammer.
I really like how Duncan just stood there and looked. They were
Yeah.
like, no,
No.
I can't do that for you.
Yeah. And Brat with the force out and recycle.
Stephanie picking up a penalty. Taking the long way home, but that's okay. Sometimes that's what you got to do to shrug it off. 4 points additionally picked up by Storm. That was a great jam for them. Up to 118 now.
Shout out to a couple more of our great sponsors here. Portland Vital Signs, Red Bull.
And timeout for the Wreckers.
It's a good timeout right there.
All right, Derby fans, if you can't get enough Wreckers action, snag your tickets to their very next game, September 6th against Pullman's Palouse River Rollers. You know it's going to sell out, so be sure to get those tickets ahead of time.
And we've got Machete down there all by their lonesome doing the happy dance. And it looks like we're going to start this jam with 2 blockers down for Rose City and a full complement of blockers out there for Storm. Sci-Fi Curious out there is your jammer for the Wreckers.
And Machete cuts through as the lead jammer. Pack speeding up. And there's the call off.
Wow, that was interesting. Sped it way up there, but yeah, Storm did not want to follow. Leslie Crusher out there for Storm City with the helmet on, or the star on the helmet, I should say. Of course, they would have a helmet.
Have to have a helmet.
Yep,
And Crimson Wave.
also out there.
And Leslie Crusher takes advantage of that 4-2 pack advantage. Grabs lead jammer. Crimson Wave 1 to beat. And there's a call off after 4 points for Storm City.
Still plenty of time to get down to the bar and get yourself an Underwood wine, maybe a Bud Light. How about an Ninkasi? Or a 2-town cider. Head down to the bar.
Beer. Well, it looks like the penalty box is clean. The Bud Light penalty box has nobody in there at this moment. Spring Roll and Trinity are your jammers.
And Trinity pushes inside, then rapidly accelerates outside, grabs lead jammer.
That is the way that Trinity does it and has been doing it all night long. There it is again. See, looking inside, looking out.
And there's the call off. But Spring Roll sneaks in 2.
Like to thank a few more sponsors: Sisu Mouth Guards and Voodoo Donuts.
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 Magic is in the hole.
Donuts.
All right. I believe Sci-Fi Curious is down there as your jammer up against Lucky Punk.
And Lucky Punk pushing through that tripod, but gets knocked down. Both defenses trying to set up to contain these jammers.
Oh, Lucky Punk, great job scraping off those blockers, using her own blockers as offense. They weren't even aware of it.
And we have a star pass.
No.
No, we don't. Oh, that was a fake. I
Yeah.
got caught by the fake.
Sci-Fi Curious came in very fast. Unfortunately, could not pick up the points. 4 points being picked up by Storm. That brings their total to 130. Wreckers sitting at 89. Witch Slap going up against Machete.
One blocker each in the penalty box.
Wow. Like a bull in a china cabinet, Machete just hacked it down and ran to freedom to become your lead jammer.
Witch Slap 1 to beat. And there goes Machete back into the pack on a scoring pass. The call off, 4 points.
Looks like Storm City has found their momentum again. They've gotten right back in here and have started doing the 4-point hit it and quit it like they've done all first half. And that's just, it's really been working well for them. Storm's going to start 2 blockers down. Wrecker's out there with a full complement.
And that is Spring Roll and Leslie Crusher. Spring Roll takes advantage of that blocker advantage.
Low block being called on Leslie Crusher. Oh, and that's a cut track on Spring Roll. This will be the good old jammer do-si-do.
And Leslie Crusher back on the track, getting some offensive help. There's no lead jammer. This jam will go the full 2 minutes.
That was a great move by Spring Roll. Try to catch them all off guard, gliding their way all the way through it, using her other blockers as barriers, basically.
All right, here comes the offense from the Wreckers. Oh, Leslie Crusher transported along the outside.
4 more points being picked up by Spring Roll on that pass. Leslie Crusher also getting out, picking up 4 points.
Leslie Crusher recycled back in on a scoring pass. Both jammers looking pretty worn out.
Out of play penalty being called. It's going to be a timeout. Wow, 16-16 in that last jam.
Woof.
No.
I'm tired just thinking about it.
Right. It was like the pace of where they were on the track. They were like a half a lap behind each other. And so each team had a chance to play quick offense and then switch back to defense and play quick offense and switch back to defense. And so it was just a scoring frenzy for both teams. And they really didn't get anywhere from it.
And we have a timeout being called by Storm City.
I'd like to remind you once again, tomorrow evening, our very own Axles of Annihilation will be playing the Jet City Bombers. Right here at the hangars will be your last chance to see Rose City, the Rose City All-Stars, take the track in Portland this year.
All right, 3-2 pack advantage for the Wreckers. Sci-Fi, Curious, and Trinity are your jammers.
Ooh, Sci-Fi Curious thought there was going to be an opening, but Microbruiser said, "You shall not pass."
Legal contact on Blade. Only 1 blocker left for Storm City. Only 2 blockers left for Rose. No pass, no penalty. Trinity is out.
Oh, wow. Well, 4 points being picked up by the Wreckers on that pass, and there's a 41-point difference now out there.
I would just like to remind you our jam line is being brought to you this evening by the largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest. They're only a click away at Tonkin.com.
All right, next up, Lunky Punk, Crimson Wave. 3-3 in the pack right now.
Oh, little jammer hit, trying to slow Crimson Wave down. Nice job.
Chevy and Sunny Demolition holding back Crimson Wave, but Crimson Wave muscles through, grabs lead jammer.
Crimson Wave was not going to be denied on that jam.
And we have a star pass to
Sunny Demolition.
Sunny Demolition.
Yeah.
And Brat heading to the box, I believe, on a direction of play penalty.
Bratmobile picking up 2 penalties. One would be the direction of play, and one would be failure to report to the penalty box.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Sunny Demolition reported the penalty box on a forearm. It's now a power jam. Here comes the offense. 4-2 pack advantage. For Storm City right now.
Crimson Wave, oh man, barely made it out. And that Storm City defense is just brutal. I like that call off. That's going to leave the blocker, Sunny Demolitions, as jammer in that penalty box.
We'd like to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors, Fran's Bakery and 187 Killer Pads.
And we're back. That is Spring Roll with a power start. Get some offensive help. Still 4-2 pack advantage right now for Storm City.
Wow, great move by Spring Roll, and that's your lead jammer.
And Sunny Demolition threw on an initial pass.
Woo! I believe that they're going to talk it over. I think she picked up the 4 points because I believe the hips got passed before Sunny Demolition hit the, before Spring Roll hit the deck.
Yeah, that was a big hit by
Ooh,
Trinity.
Yep, see, I was wrong. They have better point of view, though. 3 points being put up. We have just under 9 minutes, 30 points separating these two teams.
And that is Sci-Fi Curious and Machete.
Wide open outside lane, and Machete runs to freedom. Become your lead jammer.
Sci-Fi Curious finds the inside lane, is through on an initial pass. Machete spuns down, calls from the knees.
Like to give a shout out to a couple more of our sponsors, Vacasa, PDX Pipeline, and S1 Helmets.
Which slap is your jammer down on the line for the Wreckers? And we'll be facing off against Leslie Crusher.
Leslie Crusher forced out and recycled.
Which slap is your lead jammer?
And it is a foot race to the back of the pack. And there's the call off from Which Slap.
Wow, there was a lot of melee happening in that pack. Everybody was like battling for position, trying to get in front of each other and pick somebody off for a point.
And we are back with Spring Roll and Trinity. Spring Roll.
Looks like a cut track penalty is going to be assessed. That's going to be on Barbell. Spring Roll picking up the 4 points. Trinity unable to get out.
And this will be a 4-1 pack advantage.
Wow. Look at that cluster over there. There's a half a 6-pack of Storm players sitting in the Bud Light penalty box. Sci-Fi Curious is your lead jammer.
Sunny Demolition has to come back because without Sunny Demolition, there is no pack. And
and then there's
a
also
contact
Power
penalty.
Jam. I believe the jammer made contact with the pack, although there was no pack. So that was an interesting call. Sunny Demolition picking up 2.
That's it for Sunny Demolition.
There's a lot of action happening here late in this game. Sci-Fi Curious sneaks by on that inside line. Lucky Punk comes in like a wrecking ball, splits those 2 blockers. Things are starting to get chippy as we have a 12-point game.
There's the call off.
19 points put up in that jam. 9 points separate these 2 teams.
12 points now.
Wow, that was a jam and a turnaround. Lots of weird stuff happened there. Yeah, I figured we are going to see a timeout. Somebody I knew wanted to talk about what happened in there.
Wow. All right, fans, still a little bit of time left to get over to the merch booth. If you checked out the new Rose City swag, we've got dad hats, koozies, t-shirts galore. Check it out over at the merch booth.
Well, there was 3 more points picked up by Storm at the end of that. We've got a score of 155 to 143. That was one heck of a turnaround as 12 points now separate these 2 teams. We have 4.5 minutes left in this game. Storm City, of course, called that timeout, and I'm sure they want to get a handle on what just happened. They have been in control of this game the entire time. They do not want to slip now.
And penalties are also becoming a factor. Each team has a couple players in deep penalty trouble right now.
Sunny Demolition fouling out of the game. So there's a very strong Storm player that is not going to be with them for the remainder of the 4 minutes here. Machete and spring roll. Machete hitting spring roll right off the line.
And Machete grabs the lead jammer.
Spring roll trying to get out, and there is a pile up at the apex. Micro Bruiser with the last second hit. Oh, and an out of play hit.
All right. And there's the call off.
4 points being picked up and a timeout being called.
Timeout by the Wreckers. 3:53 left, 16-point game, and each team only has 1 play stoppage left.
Maytag, I believe, picked up a penalty right there towards the end of it. I think Maytag is going to have to go out there and play as a blocker, then serve time once there's room at the end. This next jam is going to be 2-on-2. As you can see, there's 2 blockers from each team hanging out there in the Bud Light penalty box. If all things go after this timeout the way it looks, Sci-Fi Curious and Leslie Crusher again are going to be your jammer matchup. All right, where are my Storm City fans out there? Where are they? Come on, Storm City fans.
Oh, they're sleeping.
I think they're concentrating.
Yeah.
I don't blame anybody for concentrating on this.
Maytag with a beautiful hit out there.
Blade with a force out and recycle on Sci-Fi Curious. Both teams playing great defense. Sci-Fi Curious, lead jammer.
Yep. Here comes the offense and a cut track called. Leslie Crusher headed to the penalty box. We've got a power jam. Sci-Fi Curious picking up 4 points.
Penalty box getting empty.
And
4-3 on the pack now.
Lots of offense coming. Sci-Fi Curious picking up another 4. That's 8 points. There's only 8 points now separating these two teams. Sci-Fi Curious getting dumped in corner number 4.
Back block, Leslie Crusher.
Here comes the offense from Rose City.
Storm playing excellent defense here. That's Trinity up at the front of the pack with Micro Bruiser. And there's the call off.
That's a smart call off. You get to start this next jam in a power jam. We've got a 5-point game separating these two teams. Holy smokes, what just happened? As I just said, score 159-154. We are under 2 minutes. We got Spring Roll all by their lonesome on the jammer line. Multiplayer block being called.
And that is MC Slammer heading to the box.
Chevy's not having any part of Spring Roll. Spring Roll gets lead.
Leslie Crusher through. Both jammers eligible to score.
And right now, there's a shortage of blockers. 4 points being put on the board for the Wreckers. We have a 1-point game. Penalty box has two blockers, as I believe MC Slammer just fouled out.
MC Slammer did foul out.
There it is. Official review being called by the Rose City Wreckers. Yes, indeed. Looks like Sci-Fi Curious is out there, and I believe Machete. Gonna see Micro Bruiser as a blocker. Yeah, they're doing a whole lot of chatting. They want to make sure they get everything right. Trinity also out there with the stripe. Well, this is quite the exciting night so far. We got 46 seconds left on the clock. We're about to get the action on. Both benches are on their feet.
Maytag coming to play offense.
Wow, Machete
Machete playing the jammer offense.
throwing people around.
Sci-Fi Curious lead jammer.
Direction of play penalty.
Star pass, Trinity.
Trinity's got the star right now. Looks like a cut track's being called on Maytag. Sci-Fi Curious coming in. Insubordination also being called. That's going to be 2 on Maytag. Oh, and there's
Track
a cut
cut.
track on
Track
Sci-Fi
cut.
Curious.
This jam will go the full 2 minutes.
There is a festival of whistles out there right
Yes.
now. Eight points so far being put up by Trinity on that Star Pass. This is going the full 2 minutes now.
And we have a diet pack. Only 2 blockers for each team.
Maytag looks like fouled out in the last. Trinity picking up another 4 points at 16 points in this jam. Trinity, of course, picking up the star on a pass. Looks winded, but that's how you're going to win that game right there.
And there's the final. Unofficially 175, 161. We were waiting for the officials to finalize this. Storm City holding on. If that wasn't exciting, I don't know what is. And there is your official final. Storm City Roller Derby 175, Rose City Wreckers 161. Amazing effort by both teams. And I will pass it off to the king.
There they are, Storm City coming around with a fantastic victory, narrowly pulled off in the last seconds of this game. All right, we will be doing the MVPs as soon as they are done slapping everybody's hand tonight. And we do finally have a final score of 175-161. And boy, was that exciting. All right. Do we have our MVPs for Storm? All right. I'm being joined out here by Colonel. All right, folks. I've got Colonel Corrin out here. Who is our MVP blocker for Storm?
MVP blocker is Chevy.
Chevy! Well, there's a crowd favorite. And who's your MVP jammer?
MVP jammer is Trinity.
Trinity. All right, MC Slammer.
Hello.
Who is my MVP blocker for the Wreckers?
71.
Num-
71.
Number 71. Wow, fancy. All right, who's your MVP jammer?
Spring roll.
Spring roll. Well, everybody, I really appreciate you guys all coming out and enjoying this fantastic, very high-intensity game. Don't forget, we got another game coming up tomorrow. So from me and all the volunteers and everybody who helped come out and make this happen, thank you very much. Have a great night.